Welcome to HerbNerd TV. Today, we're shedding light on a critical and often overlooked issue in the world of natural health products: the human cost of cheap herbal supplements, specifically the involvement of child labor in their production. While we enjoy the benefits of affordable herbal remedies, it's essential to consider where these products come from and who is involved in their creation. Let's delve into the complex supply chains, the ethical concerns surrounding child labor, and what we as consumers can do to promote responsible practices in the herbal supplement industry. The global herbal supplement market. The global demand for herbal supplements has surged over the past few decades, with the market valued at over $100 billion annually. These products promise various health benefits, from boosting immunity to enhancing cognitive function. However, the drive to meet consumer demand at the lowest possible price has led to ethical compromises in some parts of the supply chain. Understanding child labor in the herbal industry. Child labor refers to the exploitation of children through work that deprives them of their childhood, education, and is harmful to their physical and mental development. According to the International Labor Organization, ILO, there are an estimated 160 million child laborers worldwide, with a significant number involved in agriculture, the sector that includes herbal cultivation. Key regions affected: 1. India. 2. China. 3. Indonesia. 4. Africa, various countries. 5. Latin America. These regions are major suppliers of raw herbal materials used in supplements worldwide. Poverty, lack of education, and insufficient labor regulations contribute to the prevalence of child labor. Why does child labor occur in herbal supply chains? Economic pressures. 1. Low production costs. To keep prices competitive, some suppliers minimize labor costs, leading to the hiring of children who can be paid less than adults. 2. Poverty. Families in impoverished areas may rely on their children's income for survival. Lack of regulation and enforcement. 1. Weak labor laws. In some countries, labor laws are insufficient or poorly enforced. 2. Informal economy. Much of the herbal harvesting and processing occurs in informal settings, making regulation challenging. Supply chain complexity. 1. Multiple intermediaries. Herbs often pass through several layers of middlemen, obscuring the origins and labor practices involved. 2. Global demand. High demand in developed countries puts pressure on suppliers to produce more at lower costs. Impact on children. Health risks. 1. Exposure to pesticides and hazardous substances. 2. Physical strain from long hours and heavy lifting. Educational deprivation. 1. Missing out on schooling leads to limited future opportunities. Psychological effects. 1. Stress, anxiety, and trauma from exploitation. Case studies. Turmeric production in India. 1. Reports have uncovered that children as young as 8 years old are involved in harvesting and processing turmeric. 2. Children work long hours in the fields under harsh conditions, often without protective gear. Herbal harvesting in China. 1. In remote regions, children assist in collecting herbs like ginseng and goji berries. 2. The work involves climbing steep terrains, posing safety risks. Consumer awareness and responsibility. As consumers, we play a crucial role in addressing this issue. Demand transparency. 1. Research brands. Choose companies that provide information about their supply chains. 2. Certifications. Look for products with certifications like Fair Trade, Rainforest Alliance, or Ethical Trade, which indicate better labor practices. Support ethical companies. 1. Purchase from brands committed to social responsibility and ethical sourcing. 2. Corporate social responsibility, CSR. Companies with strong CSR policies often invest in community development and education. Advocate for change. 1. Raise awareness. Share information about child labor issues with your network. 2. Engage with brands. Contact companies to express concerns and urge them to audit their supply chains. Industry responsibility. Implement ethical sourcing policies. 1. Supply chain audits. Regular inspections to ensure compliance with labor laws. 2. Direct sourcing. Working directly with farmers can improve traceability and accountability. Support local communities. 1. Fair wages. Ensuring adult workers receive fair compensation reduces the need for child labor. 2. Education programs. Investing in schools and education initiatives. 3. Collaboration with NGOs and governments. 1. Partnering with organizations like the ILO and UNICEF to combat child labor. Regulatory measures. International standards. 1. ILO conventions. Encouraging countries to adopt and enforce international labor standards. Import regulations. 1. Governments can implement stricter import policies requiring proof of ethical labor practices. Penalties for non-compliance. 1. Fines and sanctions against companies found to be complicit in child labor. Challenges in eradicating child labor. 1. Economic dependency. Families may rely on income from all members, including children. 2. Cultural factors. In some communities, child work is a traditional practice. 3. Enforcement difficulties. Remote locations and informal sectors make monitoring hard. The way forward eradicating child labor in the herbal supplement industry requires a multifaceted approach. 1. Consumer action. Informed purchasing decisions can drive change. 2. Corporate responsibility. Companies must prioritize ethical practices over profits. 3. Government enforcement. Stronger laws and regulations are essential. 4. Community development. Addressing the root causes like poverty and lack of education. Conclusion. While herbal supplements offer health benefits, it's imperative to consider the human cost behind these products. Child labor is a severe violation of human rights that perpetuates the cycle of poverty and hinders global development. By making conscious choices and advocating for ethical practices, we can contribute to positive change. Let's support brands that prioritize not only our health but also the well-being of those who bring these products to us.